I've been in Spokane for 39 years from New Jersey. I've never been involved in politics before, but this is getting really scary. Okay, so the things that frighten me is the way this insane president talks about Canada as a 51st state. Taking Panama by force and buying Greenland. How does this person qualify as sane? Why is he not being impeached right now?
Yes, we have seen recent attacks going on in different parts of the United States. Something recently happened, but before we go into that video, I have seen Elon Musk being seriously sounding an alarm because of what is going on. Attacks on Tesla here and there. When you take a look at this article, Representative Michael faced a hostile crowd at a town hall in Spokane, Washington. Many voters were upset about President Trump's action during his first month in office. This video was posted recently. What I saw inside that hall is extremely concerning. It is crazy. I never thought that in 2025 we will be witnessing this. It is important. I show you that clip.
So, in short, I don't support us absorbing Canada. Canada, that would be like taking. Canada's been a good neighbor. Canada is much more liberal and left wing than the United States. If we took Canada, taking Canada would be like taking another California. It would tilt things towards the Democrats. Yeah. If we took Canada, the Republicans would never have control again, so we don't want that to happen. On the other two, if we could get Greenland peacefully, I'm all for it, and we should have never given up Panama.
This is a question that comes from Barbara and can serve as our concluding question for the night regarding checks and balances between the different branches of government. Given the trajectory of the administration, the continued agreement of the Republican Party, is there a line in the sand for you? That is to say, is there any point at which you might stand up and tell them no? What is...
Yes, when you take a look at what is going on, Trump saying he wants Canada to be a state, I just believe this was just trolling. Yeah, all through. But when you take a look at how these people carried this on their head, extremely concerning. There is something that recently happened. This new PM of Canada, the normal thing that usually happens if a new PM suffers in Canada is to visit the United States first. But what they did this time was to go to France. That was just a message to me because it's crazy. And he made it clear during his speech, like Europe is now their closest ally, implying that the United States is no longer...
This is a question that comes from Barbara and can serve as our concluding question for the night regarding checks and balances between the different branches of government. Given the trajectory of the administration, the continued agreement of the Republican Party, is there a line in the sand for you? That is to say, is there any point at which you might stand up and tell them no? What is... In the interest In the interest of your people in Eastern Washington, what is your line in the sand?
Well, in general, I swore an oath to the Constitution. It's very serious to me. I swore an oath to the Constitution before I went to Iraq. I swore an oath to the Constitution becoming a member of Congress. I would say that I understand this room is different than the rest of Eastern Washington, but you guys, you are. So I think, and I'm not saying you're being, I'm not saying you're being disingenuous in your heart of hearts, but you have a perception that America is spiraling to some kind of a constitutional crisis. Yeah. And by and large, while I would have some disagreements with President Trump on some things like tariffs and some other issues, by and large, what people of America see, what people of Eastern Washington see, is President Trump delivering on his promises. And so you have a perception that America is spiraling to some kind of a constitutional crisis. By and large, what people of America see, what people of Eastern Washington see, is President Trump delivering on his promises. And so
And Democrats are also feeling the heat from voters. Here's what one frustrated Medicaid recipient told Senators Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego at a town hall in Scottsdale.
We're trying to shield ourselves before we're wounded and we don't know how. Would you mind telling your colleagues in Washington that when they're burning down this house, there's people still inside? My kid is inside.
Listen, if I pull up to the Mexican restaurant and I see a truck, because let's face it, it's going to be a truck, with a Trump bumper sticker, you're getting, I don't even want to see you at Taco Bell. The only thing you get to eat for the rest of your life is plain white bread and mayonnaise. And I know that you were going to eat a lot of that anyway, but that's all you deserve. You deserve nothing that tastes good for the rest of your life.
I swear to God, if I ever see a MAGA person in a Mexican restaurant, because you cannot tell me that you voted for people who, whether they are citizens or not, to get deported out of this country to Mexico, and also voted for tariffs against Mexico, where we get a large majority of our produce, especially avocados, to just, you can't enjoy Mexican restaurants if you voted that way. You cannot go with your little girly pops and get chips and queso and margaritas and be like, this and girl time. Like, no. You don't get to do that. You lost that right to do that. You do not get to enjoy Mexican food, Mexican culture, anything related to Mexico.
Yes, this is just an example of what we have witnessed throughout. These are people, going after, you should not eat in a Mexico restaurant. You should not do this. This lady was finally fired for doing this. It is crazy. When Trump was campaigning, he said everything he is doing, he promised, and he is doing exactly that. So any person saying contrary or going off, I don't understand. It's like they were not there during his campaign speeches. Yeah, because he's delivering what he promised people. He was voted to do what he's doing. So I don't get the point why the meltdowns continue this way. Town halls are being disrupted, every single day. Insane, right? Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly.
We got to become friends with Canada again. We have to,
I'm down.
This is so
Love
ridiculous.
Canada.
I can't believe that there's anti-American and anti-Canadian sentiment going on. It's the dumbest fucking feud.
There it is.
That's nuts. Look at the water consumption.
Is there?
That's crazy. Right when
I
the
love on this pod
bathrooms
where
go.
if I say something, I got to be ready for you guys to fact check my ass.
Jamie's ready.
Is there anti-Canadian sentiment?
Yeah, there's a lot of idiots that now think that they're our enemy.
Okay.
That why are we subsidizing Canada?
Right.
Well, how come they don't have their own military? Well, they don't. So let's just deal with it as it is.
Trudeau is out, right? He's leaving. I feel
they
like
got a new guy who's just as bad.
It's the
same thing.
But
they got a new party. 150 people voted. Now they have a new guy running the country. But their whole election system is so different. They don't have like a specific time when they have elections, and so
they can call an election, and I think it happens within 3 weeks.
The whole thing is so crazy, and so I don't know what's happening with their politics. But I just want America and Canada to get along. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's as someone who's from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and
I don't really think they should be our 51st state.
For those of you who may have felt like this was a total capitulation, Senator Schumer just felt like this wasn't the moment.
Below 40% in the polls, the Republican legislators started working with us. He was at 51. He's now at 48. We're going to keep at it, keep at it, keep at it.
Black Republicans, but I see a black MAGA person.
Sincere black Republican.
I don't think that you can.
Pushing 2 months in. I mean, you must have a feeling in your gut.
More fuel on the fire. The answer to their absence now of Joe Rogan